Hello world. We spoke about the hollow earth in our last video. Today I want to share with you how the hollow earth was discovered by many civilizations and especially by the three biggest countries, Russia, Germany and America in the 20th century, and who is living in the hollow earth and why the government keep it as a secret. Please subscribe to my channel. Let's start. Nazis who escaped capture after the Second World War and huge aliens are living at the center of the Earth, according to a theory that claims our planet is hollow.Hot. On the heels of the flat Earth theory comes the hollow Earth belief, which is gaining followers. They believe that rather than being magma-filled, as it is, it has a huge empty space. At the heart of the conspiracy theory is a staggering claim that NASA is concealing evidence of a huge opening on ground level, that leads into a cavernous world beneath. Believer Rodney Cluff has written of the theory in his book, Top Secret, Our Earth is Hollow. He jibed at believers of the flat Earth theory, accusing them of being so wrong. He said, "I don't know how the flat earthers can be so confused. The majority of UFOs actually come from inside our planet. Most hollow earthers believe there are 3 entrances to the inner Earth, 2 near the poles and 1 in the Himalayas." The theory has its origins in ancient Greek, Buddhist and Christian beliefs. And the theory gathered pace during the 1700s. In the 18th century, the astronomer Edmund Halley said unusual compass readings could be explained by the fact that the planet was a hollow shell. North Pole explorer Olaf Jansen claimed he sailed through an entrance to the center of the Earth in 1811. He told author Willis George Emerson that they lived in a beautiful city of Eden for 2 years with a race of superhumans who were over 12 feet tall. As the theory has grown, so have the bizarre claims about who is hiding down there. Other than aliens, there have been suggestions that Nazi survivors made it to the Antarctic, where they met with a hidden group of aliens, and worked together on UFO technology. The hollow Earth theory claims it was from there that they made it into the center of the Earth. Others have said Viking colonies from Greenland ended up down there. Some hollow earthers believe a real-life Garden of Eden exists at the planet's core. Last year, conspiracy theorists said a photo of Earth proved NASA is hiding a huge hole leading directly to the center of the planet. There is also a separate theory that claims the moon is hollow, and even a huge artificial alien space station. There is, of course, proof is lacking, but some claim that Hitler had ordered an expedition aiming to find the entrance to the inside of the Earth and that this had been located at the South Pole. Admiral Karl Dönitz referred to this during the Nuremberg trial when he stated, "The German submarine fleet has even now established an earthly paradise, an impregnable fortress, for the Führer, in whatever part of the world." Although he did not specify where the exact location was, many believed it was Antarctica. After the war, Nazi sympathizer Ernst Zundel claimed that Hitler and a trusted group of men had been able to escape aboard a ship in which they entered the Earth through a hole at the South Pole. Inside the Earth, Nazi scientists worked to build a new army with which to take over the world. An army that could count on revolutionary round, flying vehicles, UFOs. Daring fantasies that, only 55 years after the end of the conflict, were dissolved after documents from the Russian Secret Service came out. The dictator had taken his life, Eva Braun and trusted propagandist Joseph Goebbels had as well. Following Hitler's orders, the bodies had been burned. When the Soviet army arrived, they found the charred remains and could not recognize who they belonged to. Stolen by soldiers, the remains were subsequently examined with forensics, and their true identities were ascertained. The corpses were then buried, and in 1970 Brezhnev ordered them exhumed, incinerated, and dispersed in the waters of the Ili, in order to prevent fanatics' pilgrimages. If all of this is clear, then why is it that the claim of a possible escape by Hitler can still make front-page news? Because urban legends never really die, and with the new findings at Lake Vostok, someone unearthed a forgotten story. Some claim that according to German Marine records, months after the Nazis surrendered to the Allies in 1945, a U-530 submarine reached Antarctica from Kiel. There, the members of the crew did not build a fortress for the Führer, but inside an ice cave they may have hidden some crates containing Third Reich relics and even DNA samples of Hitler and Eva Braun for cloning purposes. With their mission accomplished, the sailors reached Argentina and surrendered to Mar del Plata authorities. However, notwithstanding sensational headlines in some newspapers, it appears highly unlikely that we will soon read about the finding in Lake Vostok of such a cave and its crates. And this silence, without a doubt, will represent further proof that the relics really exist, at least to those who love to see conspiracies everywhere. Medal of Honor recipient Admiral Richard D. Byrd allegedly wrote his encounter with a lost civilization in Antarctica. According to Hollow Earth theorists, Byrd met ancient race underground in the South Pole. How was this left out from Byrd's mission, Operation High Jump? Could it be one big hoax conspiracy theorists love to fantasize? According to Byrd's diary, the government ordered Byrd to remain silent for what he witnessed during his Arctic assignment. The admiral said, "I have just attended a staff meeting at the Pentagon. I have stated fully my discovery and the message from the master. All is duly recorded. The president has been advised. I am now detained for several hours, 6 hours, 39 minutes, to be exact. I am interviewed intently by top security forces and a medical team. It was an ordeal. I am placed under strict control via the national security provisions of this United States of America. I am ordered to remain silent in regard to all that I have learned, on the behalf of humanity. Incredible. I am reminded that I am a military man and I must obey orders." The American government sent their troops to the South Pole for any evidence of the rumored German Base 211. Nazis were fascinated with anything regarding the Aryan race. They traveled all over the world including Antarctica to learn more of alleged origins. Byrd he met the master, the city's leader, who told him of his concerns about the surface world. The master said, "Our interest rightly begins just after your race exploded the first atomic bombs over Hiroshima and Nagasaki, Japan. It was that alarming time we sent our flying machines, the Flugelrads, to your surface world to investigate what your race had done. You see, we have never interfered before in your race's wars and barbarity. But now we must, for you have learned to tamper with a certain power that is not for your man, mainly that of atomic energy. Our emissaries have already delivered messages to the power of your world, and yet they do not heed." Apparently, the government knew about Agartha before Byrd. According to the master, places such as Tibet, the Great Pyramid of Giza, and the North Pole all have tunnels leading to Agartha. What else did the master teach Byrd? What about the rest of the Operation High Jump crew? Byrd didn't uncover the underground world alone. Whether the whole Hollow Earth story is fact or fiction, it's great to imagine there are still hidden civilizations out there in the world. The next video that you will see is top secret and was deleted from the media. Watch and see the truth.
However, I believe with the further exploration of the documents that both Admiral Byrd brought to the attention of the world after World War II, and the Brazilian Navy uncovered in 1961 with its subpole expedition,